Hi children, have you heard about Tansen? Tansen was a prominent figure of Hindustani classical music. He was a composer, musician and vocalist to whom many compositions have been attributed in northern regions of the subcontinent. Children, today let's listen to a story of Tansen. The name of the story is Tansen itself. This listen is the story of famous Indian musician Tansen. It talks about the importance of complete information and the wisdom of finding solutions. How Tansen, with his deep knowledge of music and wisdom to apply that knowledge, was able to save himself. So, my dear children, let me read the chapter. Tansen was the only child of his parents. Naughty but talented, he imitated the calls of birds and animals perfectly. Once, he tried to frighten a group of travelers by roaring like a tiger. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. So children, being his parents' only child, Tansen was a naughty but skilled child. He used to copy birds and animal sound. One day, he tried to frighten a group of travelers by making the roaring sound of the tiger. It was Tansen, the greatest musician of our country. See the next paragraph. Let's learn more about Tansen. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest, soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. Tansen was Mukundan Mishra's son, who lived in Behat near Gwalior with his wife. Tansen was a naughty child. He used to go to the forest to play. There he learned the art of copying the sounds of birds and animals. Do you know how to imitate the sounds of birds and animals? One day, a renowned singer, Swami Haridas, was crossing the forest with his disciples. Feeling tired, they stopped under a shady tree to rest. Tansen was looking at them. "Strangers in the forest," he said to himself. "It will be fun to frighten them." He hid behind the tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one." Here he thought that it would be fun, Tansen thought that it would be fun to make strangers scared. So he hid behind the tree and made a sound like a tiger's roar. Out of fear, all the travelers ran here and there, scattered, but Swami Haridas asked them to come and sit together, as there was nothing to be scared of. Because tigers were not always dangerous, he told. Then suddenly one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. "There are no tigers here, master," he said. "Only this naughty boy." All of a sudden, one of the travelers saw a small boy behind the tree. He told Swami that there was no tiger, but it was a naughty little boy. Who was the naughty little boy? Do you know? Swami Haridas didn't punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, "Your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer." Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music and became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignaini, who was a great musician herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Husaini. Swami Haridas did not punish him. Rather, he went to his father and told him that his son was very naughty but was very skilled, very talented. He suggested to him that he would make him a good singer. Tansen was 10 years of age when he went away with Swami. Swami Haridas became Tansen's music teacher. Tansen learned music from him for 11 years and became a great singer of his times. During this time, his parents died. His father's last wish was that Tansen must visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. He was a holy man. He even lived with a holy man, Muhammad Ghaus. There he was frequently taken to the court of Rani Mrignaini. He was also a great musician. There he married Husaini, who was in the court of Rani Mrignaini. Then what happened? Husaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Tansen and Husaini had 5 children who were all very musical. Husaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. They had 5 children and they all were also musical. Then Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. Okay, Tansen became very famous. He got opportunities to sing before Emperor Akbar. Akbar was very impressed by his music, so he asked Tansen to join his court. You can see the next paragraph. Tansen went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tansen to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often, he would just walk into Tansen's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tansen. "We shall never be able to rest till Tansen is ruined," they declared. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mian, had a bright idea. Then here Tansen joined Akbar's court in 1556 and Akbar liked him very much. Akbar used to call him to sing very often at any time of day or night. Rather, he used to go to his house as well to hear him sing. He gave him many gifts. His growing popularity and Akbar's interest in him made other courtiers jealous of him. They were so jealous that they planned to ruin him. Shaukat Mian had a clever idea. What was his idea? "Let us make him sing Raga Deepak," he said. "How will that help us?" asked another man. "If Raga Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burnt to ashes. Tansen is a very good singer. If he sings Raga Deepak, he will die and we will be rid of him." Oh, what an idea. He suggested that Tansen should sing Raga Deepak. Another man asked, how could that help him? He answered that if that rag would be sung correctly, it would make the air so hot that the singer would be burned to ashes. Tansen was a very good singer, no doubt in it. If he did that, he would die and they would get rid of him. Have you heard about Raga Deepak? Shaukat Mian went to Akbar and said, "We don't think Tansen is a great singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Raga Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly." Shaukat Mian went to Akbar to say that in their opinion Tansen was not a good singer. If he was, or let them test him and ask him to sing Raga Deepak, as only the greatest singers could sing that. "Of course he can sing it. Tansen can sing anything," Akbar said. Tansen was afraid but couldn't disobey the king. "Very well, my lord," he said, "but give me time to prepare myself." Tansen went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. "I can sing the raga," he told his wife, "but The heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes. Akbar replied firmly, showing full trust that Tansen could sing anything. But Tansen was scared and was unable to say no to the king. So Tansen asked the king to give him some time. Tansen went home and was unhappy. He told his wife that he was able to sing that rag, but with its heat, not only the lamps would be lit, but he would also be burned into ashes. He became very sad. Then he had an idea. If someone sings Ragamegh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupavati could do it, he said. Then an idea struck him that if somebody could sing Ragamegh at the same time, Ragamegha, if sung correctly, would bring rain. He asked his daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupavati to do that. Okay. Then, see the next paragraph. He taught the two girls to sing Ragamegh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. What's going to happen? He taught the two girls to sing Ragamegh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. He taught them Ragamegh. They practiced very hard for 2 weeks. Tansen told them not to sing till the lamps would start burning. The legend goes that on the appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tansen sing Ragadipak. When he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. The leaves on the trees half dried up and fell to the ground. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat and the water in the rivers began to boil. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. Oh my God, what's happening? Tansen went as per the plan. The whole town got together to listen to him sing. As he started singing, the air became hot. People started sweating. The leaves dried and fell on the ground. Birds died and the water in the river started boiling. People started crying in fear and the lamps were lit. At once, Saraswati and Rupavati began to sing Ragamegh. The sky clouded over and the rain came down. Tansen was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen got well, the entire city rejoiced. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till 1585 when he died. He composed several new ragas. Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior. It's a place of pilgrimage for musicians. Then Saraswati and Rupavati started singing Ragamegh as soon as the lamps were lit. The sky was immediately clouded and the showers of rain began pouring down on the earth. Tansen was saved. After that incident, Tansen fell ill and Akbar felt sorry for causing him pain. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen recovered from his illness, the whole city was joyous and celebrated it. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till his death, that is 1585. He composed many new ragas. Okay children, this is the end of the story. Did you like this story? Let's discuss the questions and answers. First one, why did Swami Haridas say Tansen was talented? Swami said so because his skills to make different sounds. Then why did Akbar ask Tansen to join his court? Akbar asked Tansen to join his court because he was impressed by his singing. Then what is the third question? How do we know that Akbar was fond of Tansen? And give 2 reasons. Akbar was fond of Tansen because he used to call him for singing in his court very often. Secondly, when his courtiers expressed distrust in his singing, Akbar was full of trust that Tansen could sing anything. What's the fourth question? What did the other courtiers feel about Tansen? They felt jealous of him. Then what happens if Ragadeepak is sung properly? It produces heat which can burn everything. Why did Tansen's enemies want him to sing the raga? They wanted him to sing Ragadeepak because they didn't like him and wanted to get rid of him. Why did Tansen agree to sing Ragadeepak? He agreed to sing Ragadeepak because he didn't want to say no to the emperor. He didn't want to displease him, so he agreed to keep his master's trust. Then what steps did he take to save himself? He trained his daughter and her friend to sing Ragamekh. He also instructed them to sing the Ragamekh when the lamps would be lit. Did his plan work how? Yes, his plan worked well. The girls started singing just as planned and rain showers came and he was saved. Okay, my dear children, these are the questions and answers. Read your chapter and enjoy yourself. Thank you. See you in the next class.